Hello and welcome to the Pretty Good Gaming Daily Triple, your no shit gaming news video. That's 3 news stories in one video with zero faff. Now, to say Ubisoft had a tricky 2019 would be putting it very lightly. A more accurate description would be that 2019 screwed Ubisoft harder than Amber Heard hit Johnny Depp. After the critical underperformance of The Division 2 and Ghost Recon Breakpoint, the company was forced to delay all future releases and begin a restructure. Based on an earnings call for the third quarter of 2019, the damage of these failures has been well and truly done. In the 3-month period that ended on December the 31st, the company reported total revenue of $456.86 million, which is down 26% year over year. Net bookings were also down, totaling $500 million, 25% lower than last year for the same period. Despite the significant year over year drop, these earnings did exceed the $450.05 million projections Ubisoft had previously made. Sales slumps are always tough on game publishers, but this is made even worse by the fact that these figures come after the Christmas season, when sales should be inflated. If the figures are this dire for the busiest time of the year, just imagine the state of the company's annual revenue. It's not all doom and gloom for Ubisoft, however, with Rainbow Six Siege having its biggest December ever in 2019, reaching 55 million players. Not bad for a 4-year-old game. Also, Assassin's Creed Odyssey has sold 50% more than Assassin's Creed Origins, Uplay revenue is up 73%, and somehow, Just Dance 2020 has grown year over year. Who's still playing this game? It even came out on the Wii, not the Wii U. The Wii. The most important thing to come out of the call was that Ubisoft confirmed plans to release 5 AAA games in the 2020 to 2021 fiscal year. Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot said, "We have evolved our organizational structure in recent months in order to strengthen our focus on high potential titles, and we are very excited about the idea of releasing 5 new AAA games in 2020 to 21. Although the competitive environment is looking especially tough, production of these games is progressing well, and each of them comes with great features that set them apart. We will also be releasing other very innovative titles that have a particular focus on social interaction, such as Roller Champions." Despite the fact that mentioning social interaction always makes me think of EA's Andrew Wilson, I never thought I'd ever see Ubisoft mentioning great features that set them apart. This is in line with what Ubisoft had been saying recently in response to releasing multiple flops in 2019, but I'd sooner believe Blizzard when they say they're listening to their fans. More on them in a bit. What the 5 games launching in the upcoming fiscal year will be is up for debate, but 3 of them will definitely be Gods and Monsters, Rainbow Six Quarantine, and Watch Dogs Legion, as these are all already confirmed and announced. 3 of these 5 AAA games will launch between September and December this year, while the other 2 will ship between January and March 2021, before the end of the 2020 fiscal year. Yves Guillemot ruled out the possibility of Beyond Good and Evil 2 being among these 5 AAA titles, and since it is very unlikely that Ubisoft considers it to be a non-AAA title, the game won't be coming until after April 2021, when the following fiscal year begins. Skull and Bones also won't be featured in the 5 games slate, as this is also not due until after April 2021. Kotaku's Jason Schreier asserted that the remaining 2 titles will be the long-rumored next Assassin's Creed game and a new Far Cry. If the rumors are to be believed, a Viking-themed Assassin's Creed could be really interesting, but if that new Far Cry game is anything other than a sequel to Blood Dragon, it can get in the bin. Still no Splinter Cell though. And next up, the launch of Warcraft 3 Reforged went about as comfortably as a colonoscopy from Thrall. That's a feeling I'm sure J. Allen Brack is familiar with. The Blizzard president describes the Warcraft 3 Reforged launch debacle as a bit of a hard week during the Activision Blizzard earnings call. If you call the entire internet turning against you for the 3rd time within 2 years, then yeah, I guess it has been a pretty tough week. He continued, "Our community has come to expect really amazing things from us," have they really? "And we've heard from them that we did not achieve that bar. But we stand behind our games and have consistently shown that not only do we support them, but we continue to build on them even after launch, and we're committed to doing that here as well. So we're going to continue to update the game, and we'll continue to update the community with our plans going forward." Saying we did not achieve that bar sounds like Blizzard explaining why they failed to drag its drunken, vomit-covered carcass to the bar for another round. If all that is to be believed, Warcraft 3 Reforged might actually be able to turn things around one day and become a worthwhile game. But game updates alone aren't going to fix some of the biggest issues. Somehow I doubt that the deliberate EULA policy changes to claim absolute ownership over custom games will be undone so easily. And what about abandoning the cutscene changes in order to preserve the true spirit of Warcraft 3? These things can't be fixed by game updates in the same way bugs are patched, no matter how much Blizzard promises to stand by its games and players. Blizzard has said it's working on a number of remastered and reimagined titles, and given the company's recent track record, I'd expect expect those remakes to be more of the same. At least the company is now finally offering automatic refunds to Warcraft 3 Reforged buyers. Elsewhere in the earnings call, Activision Blizzard reported losses in earnings for the quarter, however, Call of Duty Modern Warfare is still going strong. And finally, the coronavirus is really taking the world by storm, so the apocalypse may actually be upon us. No, not because people are dying, because it's starting to affect our beloved games industry. With total infections exceeding 30,000 and the death toll topping 600 people dead, the worldwide impact of the virus is starting to be felt on global industry. The Nintendo Switch production line has hit unavoidable delays, as described by Nintendo CEO Shuntaro Furukawa. Private Division, publisher of Obsidian's The Outer Worlds, announced that the Switch port of the game had been delayed as Virtuos, the studio handling the port, was hit by the virus. The company also took the time to announce that the physical release of the game would come with a cartridge rather than just being a digital code in a pointless plastic box. Also, Ubisoft has had to shut its China-based studios for a week due to the outbreak, bringing development to a standstill. Oculus Quest is also feeling the effects of the virus, which only exacerbates the existing shortage of the VR units. If the virus isn't stopped by April, I wonder how that's going to impact Resident Evil 3 Remake's sales, because who needs to play a game about a devastating virus when we're living with that in the real world? Is that too insensitive? People are dying, man!
People are dying.
And that's it for today. If you liked this no shit format, make sure to give it a like and a boost. Hit subscribe and the bell if you want to stay up to date on all future installments. Go on over to patreon.com/prettygoodgaming to support the work we do. I've been Henry Cooper. That's it for today. Bye for now. Hello and welcome to the Pretty Good Daming. Pretty Good Damn. Harder than Amber Heard hit Johnny Depp. Hashtag justice for Johnny Depp. Absolute ownership, absolute power. Blizzard has said some bollocks because that's what they always do. Hit the bell and... fuck.